Hello everyone, Lester here again, bringing you another video that I hope that you find it interesting. This is going to be another one of those local reports video where this is really not scripted. It's just me telling you what happened during this week when I got to locals, what I played, what I thought about the hero deck and such, right? But before we go into it, I just want to thank every single one of you that have been watching my videos and have been subscribing. Uh, I'm surprised by the response that I've been getting, and I just want to thank every single one of you. Um, I've been reading your feedback. I've been reading your comments, and I know that some parts of the videos are not like the best they could be. So I'm gonna take the opportunity for the next weeks to find ways to improve the quality and the way I make videos so you get better content. Um, because I've been testing also with the master duel videos, and I know that the sound quality may not be like the best one, so uh, I'll find a way to just improve it. Um, also, um, also quick disclaimer. Um, I'm afraid I'm not gonna be able to finish the season before it ends. I managed to reach diamond, but I don't have more time to play. Actually, one of the disclaimers that I want to do on this video is that the content may be slowing down because I have a really busy month ahead of me. So it's gonna be hard to find time to make videos. Maybe um, I'll find a way to schedule something. Uh, Even though, like, if you have some ideas that you may want of the content that you may want to see, please leave them. Please leave them on the comment section so I can take ideas and I can find ways to schedule the content that you want to see. Right? Uh, well, that out of the way. Um, what happened on this week, right? So I got to play more on my locals. I got to play more Tenpai, and now with some experienced players. And gotta say, it went exactly as I thought it was gonna be. It was an extremely tilting, an extremely tilting session, extremely tilting duels. Yeah. So yeah, because I was like, I know that a lot of people were like looking at the deck list and saying like, yeah, dude, like your deck list is cool and stuff, but like you don't have enough, like you don't have enough non-engine to like stop your opponent plays, to stop like you usually say, like the problematic effects, right? But the thing is that this is where like the big dilemma begins, right? Like, and I would tell you, like, it really depends on how are you looking at things. Like, how is your local scene going on? Because maybe you're playing um locals where like there's a lot of deck diversity, and there's that's when you need like the the variety, right? The disruption, the non-engine, like ash blossom, like impermanence, like effect failure, because there are a lot of decks that have like different problematic effects that you have to stop. But like I said, it really depends on what your local scene is, because I'm playing like against Snake Eyes and Voiceless Boys um now Tenpai. So gotta say, like, I'm still holding on this version of the deck, because I just feel like it's the one that offers me the best the best matchup against those decks. and and I feel you. I know, like, I understand where some of you may coming from. I Because I have been playing also. I have fought against, say, like, against branded players and against like labyrinth players, and you know that they have very problematic effects that you would rather not let them resolve, right? And what I would um, tell to you, what I would say to you on those scenarios is that you just have to evaluate your local scene and just think that, okay, I'm facing more like rogue or niche options, so I have to build my deck with more non-engine. Or if you're facing more meta decks on your locals, then yeah, I think you should be playing as much like a deck that is very resilient to hand traps, because I would say, like, now they're at an all-time high, because like, the snake eyes, just they have to be disrupted 3 times at least to just stop the combo. And like Tempai is just full of hand traps and the board breakers, and it's just, gotta say, it's a pretty miserable experience. So I feel like you have to build your deck in such a way that even if you get disrupted twice, you can still play. That is the way I feel like it's the way to play this deck on this format, because the disruptions are getting like really high, really like really invasive on your turns. You cannot even play on your turn whenever you go first. So I just feel like you have to build your deck in such a way that you still have plays. So yeah. And like, and also something that I gotta say, that is complementary to this, is that this is when you have to start making optimal use of your side deck, because, like I said, we are like playing it for, like, it's built to mostly for going first, because I mean, let's be honest, like, if you're playing against like Tempai, you will be forced to go first, and you have to be able to play through multiple disruptions, because they want to like disrupt you and then they OTK you, right? And I mean, same with any other deck. Like, I mean, they won't let you go first, but like, if you win the coin flip, you want to go first, and you want to be able to just make the board and make it as hard as possible for your opponent to break it, right? So let's get into it. Like, I'm gonna show you right now how my build is right now, which, gotta be honest, is pretty much the same one as the first video that you saw. Is the only difference here is that I'm playing triple polymerization, because I just feel like it's one of the best cards in this one of the best cards in this version of the deck, because I know a lot of people just play one and think it is a brick, but I just do not agree with that point of view. Like, for real. Think I think that if you cannot give polymerization value whenever it is in your hand, it's mostly your fault on the deck building department, because like, it's the card that will let you keep playing if you get like hand trap and you only open like monsters. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it is very possible to open like a lot of the, let's say, the pieces that you want in your deck, right? It is very possible that you open like that. So just poly becomes like the best card that you can like draw into to solve those kind of hands. So yeah, and I was seriously thinking maybe I'm going to do some test hands on on this version just to maybe show you what can you do whenever you draw certain stuff, so you can understand my thought process and what I would be doing on certain scenarios, and maybe you can understand why I play this deck the way I do, right? So yeah, I know you saw that a piece of garbage in my extra deck, but like I gotta play it. Like I don't want to, but I have to. And also, one thing that I want to say about this is that I may be cutting Absolute Zero again. I decided to give it a try against Tenpai and other matchups. And while I still think it is a really good card, gotta say, like, I think it could have been something that could be much better. I don't know. I'm thinking about just replacing Absolute Zero for another extra space that may be more useful. So yeah. And also for this deck list, I'm also showcasing you the side deck, and this is where you're gonna find like the non-engine that you may think that I'm missing, right? Because I just think it's easier um, to prepare once you know what you are playing against. Because if you try to like build, let's say, if you try to build your deck with the non-engine and without knowing like the matchup or anything, there may be times where like said um, non-engine may turn into like a brick, like because it has no use, right? Like it really is not countering your opponent, and I feel like if that's the case, you should be building your deck uh, mostly for going first and trying to be like as consistent as possible. And now that whenever you go like on the second or third match, since you already know what your opponent is playing, you can like just take out some of the cards and build it accordingly to her, so you have like more chances of stopping the plays or like making plays that are more meaningful, right? Like it actually hurts your opponent, right? Because let's say, right, that you're playing this version and I don't know, you're playing against like Labyrinth, right? And Labyrinth is like a very problematic deck because they can even play during your turn, right? And maybe if you're going first, one of the things that you can take out right of the gate is like the Forbidden Droplet, because it's not, you don't have a board to break, right? You want to build your board, so maybe instead of having those, you can have like the Ash Blossoms to stop the big Welcome Labyrinth from activating, and maybe having a spot for like the Infinite Impermanence. I don't know, like, I mean, we could like talk about some sighting patterns, right? Because I mean, you could do this, or like, yeah, I think like, I mean, for that matchup would be that way. And if you're going second, right? If you're going second, well, things changes because maybe you, I mean, this card is not as good going second. Same with maybe like the end shuffle, and because you're playing less end shuffle, you may take like one of the Blazemans, and now, I'm sorry, you could be playing like five more cards, right, in your side deck, and you may be playing like the Ash Blossoms and the Infinite Impermanence, maybe take out something else to make it fit, and like suddenly like you have enough like non-engine, right? And you still like have enough of the engine that could help you like play the turn. So yeah, like just an example, right? Or if like if you're playing against voiceless boys, instead of like maybe like taking out like the droplets, you keep them in, and now you play like the triple like dark ruler no more, or maybe just take out this part of the deck completely because um, you just really want to break the board, right? And then you suddenly have a lot of non-engine, and you can, and honestly, you, because they have they build so the omni negates are the ones, the cards that stop your board, your place. I mean, you just play everything in your power just to stop it, just to break the board. And if you're playing, I don't know, like some weird matchup where like your deck is not built to stop it, right? Maybe Dark Angel may be a good option because maybe you're playing against like Runic something, Sky Striker something, or like any weird deck that just maybe like plays a lot of spells and can really mess you up. So just having this on your board, like, or may say like, just letting have this on their board, it's severely gonna hinder their plays, right? So yeah, that's my recommendation. I like I said, I still think that you should be playing as much consistency as you can, so you don't break if you get disrupted. And if you want, we could like make some like test hands, so I can show you um, my thought process about how I go with this deck. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, like because I like I said, I understand your complaints, and I, because I also been there, and I actually tried like a different version that maybe was playing 60 cards and playing like the hand traps, and just maybe playing one or more, two more consistency cards to just help with the case that you may break, right? That you may break on too much non-engine. But gotta say, like, even like I like the version, and I feel like that version was like a good demonstration whenever I was playing on Master Duel and you saw the replays, right? That sometimes breaking on hand traps, it's like not a bad thing. But the problem is that that version of the deck is just really bad against Tenpai. Like, really bad. Like, I tried it, and I just went back into like the 50 cards and just playing essentially full gas. Yeah. So let's see, right? What can we do on whatever hand we have? Like I said, this is not scripted. Maybe I'm I'm gonna draw something really bad, gonna look really bad. Like, hopefully not, because I like I said, I really like this deck, and I really hope that it shows how good it can be if you open like an average hand, what I want to call like an average hand, because like let's be real, like if you see the deck list, right, and you analyze what you should be getting on average, is that you should be opening a power spell, and power spell means opening at least like one Hero Lips, or like one Fusion Destiny, or like one End Shuffle, maybe one starter, like one normal summon starter, like Stratos, or like Blazeman, or maybe even like the Bayern, or like if you do not open that, you should be opening like a way to search it, like the emergency call, or like the reinforcements of the army and such. And you should also be opening like something that help you overextend, like a polymerization, or like the triple tactic talents, or like maybe the mass change, so you can dodge like a disruption, like um, let's say like effect Baylor of impermanence. That is what I also, sadly, on average, also you could be drawing one of the, let's say one of the engine requirements, right? One of those cards that you usually don't want to draw, but because there are so, like the amount of them, it's so damn high, is that you on average you most likely gonna draw one of them. So yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, like one power spell, one normal summon. I mean, I drew in one non-engine, and like one way to overextend. So, like, what can happen here is that if you normal summon, uh, most likely than not, it's going to get like Ash, like Baylor, something is going to get disrupted, right? So this is when you can activate polymerization, fuse these two, and if they don't have another disruption, here right now you have full combo, right? But if somehow this gets disrupted, one thing that you could do is like end shuffle here, get like Sunrise back, special summon Stratos, or well, special summon Stratos. No, actually, maybe for this time, maybe should be better if you just maybe get Blazeman, so you can get a polymerization. No. Let's not like make it harder than it should be, right? You could grab here like a Ferris, and then you banish here, special summon another malicious, link these two away. Cross Crusader, then Cross Crusader revives, you tribute, and you can add wherever you want. Maybe, I don't know, whatever you want. Maybe you want like, well, we haven't, we don't have the Miracle Fusion, so maybe would be good idea to get the Denier, then you discard special summon, then you get the increased tribute, get this one, and then special Debian. And I mean, sadly, we don't have the Miracle Fusion, so it's most likely than not that we're not ending on some part of the setup. In fact, maybe we won't even get to like do the maybe the favorite contact setup. So maybe like ending on DP plus a wake up, maybe. What can, I mean, if you, I mean, depending if you're not confident that you may end up on the Dark Low, you could send Shadow Mist and maybe search for like a follow up. But like, let's see where this goes, right? Maybe because we don't have the. Maybe on this occasion, maybe we should be sending news. And then we banish for cost. Get the polymerization. So we can go directly into the Wonder Driver. And then because we have the Denier, we can special summon here, return like Qingling 1, return like the set polymerization, chain link 2, put the malicious on top, then malicious effect, special summon, then you can activate this, go for a destroy your Phoenix Enforcer, right? Yeah. Should have we done that? Yeah, maybe it was better if we like because I could have like okay, let's wind up a little bit, right? Because I could have like maybe instead of sending Neos, maybe sending like the Shadow Mist, get whatever, like the Liquid Soldier, and then I should have used like whenever I was linking, get like the Infernal Devicer, and then Infernal Devicer, Neos, then you link into the Wonder Driver, and then you do all the plays that involve the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, and now you can use like the polymerization into the Infernal Rage to get the favorite contact. And then you, if you want to, you can tribute, because remember that we returned the Sunrise, and we have like these setups. I mean, I know it's not much, but like just take into account that we were playing against like 2 disruptions, and we still ended up on something, right? Which was the main goal. So yeah, and like I said, like it's not easy. Like you saw me, like even I sometimes I also like make mistakes because the deck has a lot of moving parts, and it's hard to like to know what to do, right? But at least what I wanted to show is that it is possible to play through 2 disruptions, even like if you like you saw, right? We didn't really open like Fusion Destiny or like Hero Lives. We have to rely on Stratus Normal Summon, which most likely than not it's gonna get disrupted, and we still find a way to like do some combo. So let's try again, right? Let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, unfortunate. I mean, I guess what we could do is here. Sadly, we have to like say goodbye to the Shadow Mist effect. We are forced to use it, but depending on what we have to do, we already have the mass change, which is not like shouldn't be that big of an issue. Here, my recommendation would be get Blazement on here, right? And then like normal summon. Let's say, because like I don't know, like this is going to be like a moment where it's going to be very decisive, depending on what your opponent it's willing or not willing to do. Because let's say they they choose to like disrupt the Blazeman here, right? Then you can like unshuffle it and special summon Stratos. And Stratos can get you like a hero, right? And if they decide to like also disrupt the Stratos, as long as it isn't like an Ash Blossom, you can mass change the Stratos to dodge and like special summon Blast, and then you get like the hero. And from this point on, if they already use like 2 disruptions, you can still play the game, right? Because this is like just the fairies plus a hero setup. And because we play 2, another reason why you should be playing 2, because even if we playing a high card count, it is still possible to open it. You can still like special summon and go off from here, right? Like I said, like if they have a 3rd disruption, well, like that's too much for this deck. Sometimes like you have to open like really well if you want to play for 3 disruptions. But I feel like at the absolute least, like playing through 2, it's like the bare minimum that we're looking for, right? Because you know that Tenpai is just gonna be having at the absolute least like 2 in their hand. Then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again, this is unfortunate. Okay, this is kind of like a special one because I wouldn't be discarding Plasma for this one because I feel like I mean this is like it depends a lot on what happens, right? Because let's say like if you like you're playing, right, and you lose the dice roll and your opponent makes you go first, like in my opinion you have to like assume that you're playing against like Tenpai in, and if that's the case, I'm more than willingly happy to use Shadow Mist effect here, like discarding a hero, special summon fairies, then chainlink 1 to search a hero, and chainlink 2 to place the increase in the back row, right? And if they were to like want to impermanence this effect, then you can mass change and special summon the Dark Glow. And now you like have created a better setup because now you have like increase here, and now you can search for a hero and you can search like now like pretty much whatever you want. And because you already used like fairies, maybe I don't know, like Stratos would be like a good option. I think that maybe just maybe maybe buying would be like a better normal summon here, because like having double buying, you have double buying here, so like even if they have something else, so they want to stop your polymerization, now they can, because you have this buy-in, and if they try to stop this, like you can tribute, get like increase to summon another buy-in from your deck, and no matter what is gonna happen, you get that polymerization whether they like it or not. On this specific scenario. And then again, through another 2 disruptions, right? Which is the main goal. I guess just one more, so it doesn't become too long. So this video doesn't become too long. So yeah. Um, so I hope like you guys actually like this content, because sometimes like I don't know, like you guys like the long videos, and maybe I should be doing something that is more condensed or more like oh my god. Okay, kind of a fortunate hand. I mean, it's playable, but like what would I do here? uh, what should I do here? I mean, I guess I should be like, oh my god, like I seriously hate whenever I draw these two in my opening hand. Okay, if I was you on this situation and I happened to draw like this, maybe the thing that I would be doing here is normal summoning Blazement. Let's see if like they have a response for Blazement, but I'm not using the get polymerization on summon effect. I'm dumping a hero right now, even if I'm getting locked into fusions only right now, and see if they have a response. And maybe I don't know if like they let this through, because maybe they know that you get locked into fusions only, they're willing to like take the risk. I don't know, but if they do let you do that, you can dump like Shadow Mist, and maybe getting this is like somewhat risky, but maybe I'll be getting like the Liquid Soldier, and here I'm going to activate Mask Change to send the Blazement and special summon Dark Low. Because I don't know if you know this, but whenever you send an elemental hero with Blazement effect, it acquires the attack, defense, and attribute of whatever you're sending. So right now, this is like just a protection for whatever it may have. And here you have two options, right? You could go into like the Infernal Rage to like, you know, like Chainlink 1 to draw 2, discard 1, like Chainlink 2 to add the trap, and then you tribute, special summon Sunrise. Sunrise gonna get you the Miracle Fusion, and you have like the favorite contact setup with Dogla on the field. But if you think that is not good enough, although I think this is a better board, you could also like fuse maybe Neos plus the Plasma and get like DP. And now you have DP plus plus the Darklow, and you have a follow-up for next turn with the Liquid Soldier, maybe special summoning the either Blazement to get another polymerization and make another fusion here, or like maybe Shadow Mist, and then you link away into something, and then you get a hero with Shadow Mist. I mean, like, I know it wasn't like a really good hand, but like there were some plays to be done. So yeah, I know, like, maybe not like the version that a lot of people would like to play, because they feel like they don't have enough non-engine, and sometimes like even playing this is not enough to like not break and such. I mean, I haven't break really. It's just that sometimes the hands are not as good, but like doesn't mean that we cannot play, at least yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, 5. Not gonna lie, this is a not so good hand. If you get disrupted on the normal summon, the turn is over. Which is so weird. Oh, this is not what you should be drawing on average. Like, let me try again. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, okay. Well, I guess just with normal summon Stratos, and Stratos probably gonna get disrupted. Just try to continue, and they have something else. It's gonna be really bad, but if we can like fuse here into Sunrise for Miracle Fusion. And sadly we drew 2 Stratos. If that was like let's say a Blazeman, we could be doing something else. Yeah, it's sometimes rough, like you have to play, you're forced to play through multiple disruptions. But like, I don't know, like shouldn't be drawn like this. For real, like I don't think it should be drawn like this right now. I mean, I think this is more representative of what we should be drawing, even like the card that sometimes we never want to see. But I feel like this is more representative of whatever happens, right? Because you're gonna activate Hero Lips, and here, like, you know that if they have to ash this if they have it, right? And if that happens, like, we could draw 2, or maybe should I hold it off? No, I think this is correct. First this 1. Okay. If that happens, you could like emergency call, get into like Blazeman. And if they stop the normal summon, you got E and shuffle. Get Stratos, and here there have been like 2 disruptions used, so we have already played through those disruptions, right? So here you can search whatever you want. If you do not fear if you don't want to end on Dark Law and instead want to end on Plasma, you can search Shadow Mist so you can get more heroes in case that you fear some disruption, some additional disruption. But like you could like add like Liquid Soldier or another Blazeman just to discard for the Hero Father, and then you start doing the combo, right? So yeah, I think I should stop right now. I don't know how much long the video is getting, maybe too long. So yeah, this is essentially what I wanted to show for this week. Gotta be honest, I don't know how much more I could output on the next weeks, because like I said, I'm gonna be really busy during the next month, maybe an weekly upload is gonna do it. um, like I said, please leave me your suggestions on what you want to see. um, if you have some ideas, like I said, maybe I could showcase the 60 card version that I had, which I don't think it's like bad per se, because one of the things that that version had was that I was playing crossout designator in it, and I really like the idea of crossout designator for this deck. I really liked it, but it's like I said, it's just not a good version to go versus Tenpai, and I just feel like you have to play like the most hand trap resilient version of this deck, because otherwise you're not making into it. Oof. Yeah, this is unfortunate, really. So yeah. Now this is more of a hand, right? Yeah, this is way more of a hand, because you can search for like you can search for placement. Placement gets you the polymerization. I would say maybe if like they want to stop this, maybe this is a part that if you are playing like my version, right, where you can like dodge if they have it link permanence or something and get polymerization, because I feel like this is a way stronger position right now, because even if they stop whatever I have left, I still have a really strong follow-up on this, because here you're gonna search like Chainlink 1, draw 2, discard 1, and get the Miracle Fusion. And let's say if they want to stop this because they don't want you to get like the Miracle Fusion, because that is certainly gonna, like I said, that is certainly gonna hinder the combo potential. But it's okay. We can draw 2, 1, 2, discard 1, and I guess we could like discard the polymerization here. You can and shuffle the Sunrise, special summon Stratos. Stratos gets you a hero. You can literally search whatever you want, and you can still combo from here. I still think you should be ending on something meaningful, like something strong. Even then, like something that you can do on this specific scenario is like maybe search into Neos, like discard Faris, special summon, get the increase, and because you haven't used the Infernal Divisor effect, you can still use like the end shuffle effect, which just banish, get Neos into the deck, and draw one additional card. Honestly, that's a really good idea right now. And like I said, you still haven't used like Infernal Divisor, so you can get the Neos back. I mean, inconsequential, but like it's one additional card in your hand. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. If you guys like the video, just like, comment, subscribe, and just leave me your comments. I really enjoy whenever I read your comments, your suggestions. I'm really happy whenever that happens. So this is Blaster signing out.